Thank you and good evening. Welcome to tonight's regular Town Council meeting. Today is Tuesday, July 12th. Please rise for a moment of silence in memory of State Representative Mary Fritz and for her 30 years of public service to Wallingford and Cheshire. Now please, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Thank you. Fishbein.
Here.
Laffin.
Here.
Letourneau.
Here.
Marone.
Here.
Shortell. Sullivan.
Here.
Testa. Zandri.
Here.
And Chairman Cervoni.
Thank you. For the record, Chairman Cervoni and Councilor Testa let me know that they could not be present tonight due to other commitments. The Chair will entertain a motion on consent agenda items A through I to approve and accept. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of approving and accepting consent agenda items A through I, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Any abstentions? All set. Thank you. Passed. There were no items removed from the consent agenda. Agenda item number 5, public question and answer period. Mr. Zandri.
Gino Zandri on 9 Balsam Ridge Circle. Back in January of this year, the first council meeting after the new council was sworn in, I spoke at public question and answer period on an item that has been bugging me for about 3 years now, and it's street lighting. At that meeting, I had mentioned that there were still many lights out, and that we kind of all agreed that lighting is a public safety issue. And I encouraged the council to take this item up and see if there's any way that we can resolve having all those street lights out in town. I had mentioned that the mayor and the electric division had come up with a plan, and their plan was that 3 times during the course of a year, mainly in the fall, to have somebody from the electric division go out and check it in the evening, getting paid overtime to check on lights, but it was only 3 different times during the course of the year. In my opinion, that particular plan is not workable. First of all, it's only 3 days out of the entire year, and all the rest of the time, these street lights are still out. We are paying for them, whether they're on or off, and I think it's a disservice to the residents to have to pay for these lights and not have them working. So at that meeting, I encouraged the council to take this up and to see if we could come up with a plan that would work for everybody. So I guess my question is, at this point in time, there's 6 months after that meeting, has the council discussed this at all?
The council has not, and to my knowledge, none of the councilors have proposed it being put on any agenda items.
All right. Is there going to be any attempt to discuss this?
I can't speak for everybody. I did not ask to put it on the agenda, and again, I'm not aware of anybody else asking.
So it's obvious to me then that nobody thinks that this is an important topic, even though everybody agrees it has to do with public safety.
I wouldn't say that we don't think it's an important topic. I think maybe we just have different ways of handling it. but I wouldn't go as far to say is because somebody hasn't asked to put it on the agenda, that means that we don't think it's important.
Do you think it's important enough for the council to discuss it?
I think it's an administrative decision. I think it's an issue that the mayor has been working with, as previously the police department previously asked the police department, and discussions have gone on with the Public Utilities Commission, and they've put together and have implemented their own system. We haven't heard back from them yet because it just started on how that's been going, and I guess it would only be fair to a point to allow them the time to let us know how their proposed plan and execution has gone.
Well, I'm telling you, their plan that was implemented a year ago is not working. I mentioned that in January. And the reason I mentioned it is because that evening before I came here, there was more than a dozen lights out on Center Street, and that's why I brought it up in January, to see if we couldn't come up with a better plan. And the reason I know it's still not working is because last week I purposely was coming home late in the evening and I drove down Center Street and I counted 14 lights that are still out on Center Street.
Well, maybe somebody will put it on the agenda now.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to put it on the agenda, and even though you feel that it's administrative, the council can make a recommendation, what they feel should be done. And whether the mayor wants to implement it or not is his business, but you still have the authority to make a recommendation to the mayor on how you feel that this could be resolved. There is a way to resolve this issue, believe me, other towns have done it. It's whether or not there's a will to do it here in Wallingford. And I think it's important enough to at least have an item on the agenda. Let's have a discussion about it. Maybe there's some ideas that'll come up that we can get this thing resolved. Thank you.
We may be able to have one of the Pokemon Go players. They can pay attention to the lights too while they're out. Have you seen that on the news?
No.
No? No. It's a new game on people's iPhones and phones. Okay, anyway.
All right. But,
Thank you.
all
We're
right,
out.
thanks.
Hundreds of people, thank you. Any other questions from the public? Going once, going twice? No, okay. There are no agenda items for the executive session regarding property.
Move we adjourn.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Passed. We are adjourned. Thank you.